Lorisiathera group of mammals which also includes dogs, whales, cows, and some insectivores. Although these animals have now similar physical traits, they do share a similar genetic sequence. Bats are the only mammals that can fly. This is because the bones of their wings are elongated forearm and finger bones that support the elastic membranes of their wing. Another characteristic that makes the bat shine is that most of them are able to echolocate. Since they are nocturnal animals, they produce high-pitched sounds that return to them so that they can analyze it and detect obstacles and prey better than just using their vision. Fun fact, all bats can see. One big change that happened to bats as a result of evolution throughout time was the transformation of their bones from them just being land mammals to being gliding mammals to being able to have powered flight. This increased maneuverability, mobility, and reduced time and energy spent on hunting. Another big evolutionary change was in echolocation, which made it easier for earlier bats to detect and track prey. Now bats are able to fly and echolocate, which makes them who they are today. Female bats produce 1 to 4 offspring per year. These baby bats learn how to fly within 2 to 5 weeks after birth so that they can live on their own. Now there are over 1,000 species of bats. The main ones are insectivorous bats, long nose, sharp teeth, large wingspan; Vampirum spectrum, carnivorous, bigger than insectivorous bats; sharp teeth, top predators, small population; fruit-eating bats, small faces, simple molars, large canines to grasp food, small body, pale color; vampire bats, blade-like teeth, long thumbs, big hind limbs that help them walk better when approaching their prey; and bats that can eat nectar. Simple teeth, elongated snout to fit inside flowers, long tongues similar to that of anteaters, brush-like papillae on their tongues to extract nectar, small bodies, short, strong wings for hovering. Bat fossils are very difficult to find because they are rare. Ancient bats were small and fragile, just like how they are now, and they usually lived in tropical habitats where things decay quickly. The only way that a bat is able to be fossilized is if it dies in a place where there are no scavengers or microorganisms that can get to it. The Ichneucterus index is the oldest, most primitive bat on record, coming in at 52.5 million years old. It was discovered in 1960 in Wyoming's Green River Formation's lake deposits. Considering how old it is, if it were alive today, we would have a difficult time trying to tell it apart from existing bats. Its teeth show that it ate insects, its limb proportions are not that different from modern bats, its body bones, such as the shoulder blades, breastbones, and its rib cage, all indicate that it would have been able to fly. Its head also shows that it would have been able to echolocate because of 3 throat and ear bones: stylohyal, malleus, and cochlea. The main difference that Ichneucterus index has is its tiny claw on its index finger, which shows that ancient bats were most likely on land. Now, bats only have a claw on their thumb, and the rest of the fingers are thin, flexible rods or nubs in the wing membrane. Another fossil that has been found is called the Onychonycterus. It was also discovered in the Green River Formation in Wyoming. Onychonycterus means clawed bat, as it had claws on each of its fingers. This shows that bats were once non-flying mammals. It has much shorter forearms and longer hind limbs compared to other bats we know of. By looking at the form of the ribs and shoulders, we can infer that it was capable of powered flight. It does not have traits that show that it is capable of echolocation, which means that the ability to fly came before the ability to echolocate. From Onychonycterus, we can also assume that bats have evolved from arboreal ancestors that relied on their forelimbs for transportation and would hang from branches as well as climb around trees just like modern arboreal mammals do, like sloths and gibbons.